Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and once again it is roadmap time. This is the June roadmap which has been released today. So as per usual, I'm going to look at my top picks out of the roadmap. So I'm not going to cover everything in minute detail. There is a stream on Dovetail's channels this evening if you watch this video in time, so you will be able to watch that and see Alex go through in great detail. But this is just my picks. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with the top tile, which is showing us what's approaching soon, what's further down the tracks. I've been asking you in the live streams recently what it is you're looking forward to on the next roadmap, and a lot of you, let's just cut to the chase. A lot of you said we're really looking forward to news about the Great Western Express. Well, nothing's changed with that. It's still further down the tracks. Well, that's to address one of the biggest ones that you've been asking for. But let's go back to 0 to 3 months, shall we? Because the two picks that I've got that I'm picking out today as the ones that I'm looking forward to, the two new ones, I should say, the newer updated ones, are all in 0 to 3 months. There's actually 3 things in 0 to 3 months that I'm quite excited about. I don't need to tell you what one of them is. It begins with 86 and ends in /2. We all know about that one. I've banged on enough about that. There is no release date for that, by the way. It's still 0 to 3 months. We're waiting. But if we have a look, one of the things that I'm really interested in, which was, I think, the worst kept secret ever, was Cargo Line Volume 5, the Nuclear Pack from Skyhook Games. That has turned up in 0 to 3 months. We've got some screenshots for it, which we'll have a look. We'll have a look at very shortly. You know, I've been playing a little bit of this nuclear stuff on TS Classic just recently, because I quite like that sort of thing from an immersion perspective. That's coming up, and when I say it was the worst kept secret, it's because we got a sort of teaser, didn't we, of the Class 20 quite a while back now, and it was a bit easy. Everybody said straight away, it's a Class 20 in blue. It must be the Nuclear Pack. That's what's coming up. So, although it wasn't confirmed, a lot of you pretty much knew that this was coming out. So, we've got that. That's one of the things I'm interested in. The Class 86, as I mentioned. The other one I'm really interested in, of course, is the Manchester Airport Commuter. Because that went quiet for a little bit, and now it's back in 0 to 3 months this month. It's just come back in. A lot of you on the live streams have said that that's one that you're looking forward to, and I can see why as well, because that's got a lot of interest, and it's also ATS's first route for TSW, so it's quite exciting. But before we look at those, let's have a quick look at what else is in 0 to 3 months, because we've got another new one. That is the MBTA Providence Thornton Line HSP 46 add-on. That's a gameplay pack that is coming out for Boston Providence Staunton Line. We've also got an interesting one. We got the Expert DBBR 101 in Germany quite a while back. I don't know how many of you picked that up, because that was quite an expensive DLC, and that had you know, obviously expert mode. It simulated failures, etc., and a lot of other stuff. So you know, if you like your German content, then that was a good DLC to get. There is a gameplay pack coming out for Castle Würzburg. That's new on the list this time as well. And then there is also from TSG, there is the BR194 and E94 Rail Tour pack. And along with that, we've also got core updates, and then a little note on the bottom, PS5 and Epic Snarfell Strecker Corn Arkan timetable update, which we've still not got. We got it on PC, on Steam, I should say, but Epic PS5 yet not got it. Further down the tracks, we've got the unannounced route, which we knew about from All Aboard Studios. That's the one where everyone guessed that the screenshot was Crew Station. It definitely looks like Crew Station to me as well. We've got the Great Western HST Farewell Pack from Grump Dog Games. I think that was announced in the last roadmap that we got. The TFW Class 142 Pacer from Just Trains, we knew about that. That's not got any kind of updates that we know about. The BR420 from TSG, likewise. Tadami Line, which was one that I wanted to know about this time. I don't think there's any updates on that. The Santa Fe Uncajon Pass gameplay pack, that's also still to be updated at some point. down the tracks, as it's called. And along with the Great Western Express, which we mentioned right at the beginning, we've got the Richmond extension by Incredible Trains. Nothing new on that one either. So let's quickly scan to my couple of picks from this roadmap. We'll skip across the Providence Staunton line, Boston Providence, down to this, which is Cargo Line Volume 5 Nuclear. Now, I really enjoyed Pack 4 that we just got a couple of weeks back. I thought that was really, really good. The military pack. The reason for that is because we could run that on the Preston Carlisle more so than anything else, and it was a different type of cargo. This one as well is also going to run, by looking at the screenshots, on the West Coast Main Line Preston to Carlisle. So once again, this one is taking my fancy. It does anyway, because as I said at the top, I do like the nuclear flask moves in TS Classic. I recently picked up the AP FNA wagon that they do. Just Trains do one as well for TS Classic. I picked up the improved version that AP do just recently. We were running that. But yeah, this is Skyhook Games, and it's just been announced now. This is the FNA-D Flask Carrier Wagon and the Type 1 Class 20/3 diesel locomotive. There it is. Looks like that is on the West Coast Main Line South in that screenshot there. This, of course, is Carlisle Station. In this one, the giveaway is the big wall at the back, and also you've got Velocity there, the 87, just peeking out at the back. Skyhook go on to say, created as a wholly owned subsidiary of British Nuclear Fuels Limited during late 1994, Direct Rail Services, or DRS as we more commonly know them, had the sole purpose of taking over rail-based handling of nuclear material from British Rail. Initially operating from the report processing plant at Sellafield, DRS opened a dedicated depot at Carlisle Kingmore Yard in 1998, catered for its new fleet of 15 X-Channel Tunnel Works Class 20 locomotives. This screenshot as well is quite obviously down on the West Coast Main Line South. DRS eventually operated a fleet of 21 examples of the English Electric Type 1s, being significantly upgraded by brush traction of Loughborough with long-range fuel tanks, group standard headlight clusters, high-impact windscreens, and a complete cab rebuild before outshopping them in iconic Oxford blue livery with fully yellow ends and red buffer beams. The other Class 20 we've got is from the Tees Valley at the moment, isn't it? There's a DLC adding on to the Tees Valley, and this is the first time we've had anything in this livery, which is quite nice. Here are the FNA wagons themselves, also at Carlisle, it looks like, with the wall again in the background. And then we've got a night shot, which looks like it is Milton Keynes facing south towards Euston, about to set off on one of its journeys. The original fleet of FNA wagons were built by British Rail and later Proco for the transport of spent nuclear fuel from power stations to processing and research centres. These fascinating wagons came into service in the late 1970s and became an iconic part of the network, performing this important task. In the 2010s, it was identified that replacements were required. The Nuclear Decommissioning Authority commissioned W.H. Davis to produce 40 new wagons as a like-for-like replacement for the original FNAs. The new batch featured several major updates, including exposed framing, different bogies, and the ability to carry a wider range of flask designs. Despite the reduction in nuclear power plants in the UK since the millennium, the FNA-Ds can still be seen in use across much of the UK. And in this add-on, the Class 20/3 appears in the unbranded Oxford blue livery to represent these locomotives. Won't be long before somebody sticks the actual DRS logos and everything in Crates Club on the sides, I have no doubt. So that is the update there on that from Skyhook Games. I'm really looking forward to that. That is one of my picks for this June roadmap. Then we go on to the second one. Of course, this is the Manchester Airport commuter, which we got all excited about, and then it went quiet for a while, but that's because they've been receiving feedback and doing some updates on this. ATS do say, quick update from us. We're thrilled with the progress we've made over the past few months. We've been Product work, bug fixing and refining the route, incorporating valuable feedback from DTG during the QA. Thanks to this, we're now back in the 0 to 3 month section of the roadmap, which is fantastic news. Indeed, it is fantastic news, because that means we've really not got long to wait, have we, for this? The detail just here, I don't know which station this is, but the detail here is great. I mean, the way that the trackside foliage is all merging in with the route, we've got this down the section, all the clutter and all the weeds overgrowing at the sides. Great, really does look good. There is a lot of detail being put into this one. There's the 323 about to go off to the right somewhere. It says, we can't wait for you to finally experience the route firsthand with 900 playable services across 2 timetables. That's interesting. You'll have plenty to explore. Now, is that because it does mention coming up, you've got some DLCs which can layer in. So you've got the 323, which will probably come with the route. You've got the 66 freight with the Railhead Treatment Train. Railhead Treatment Train was a DLC. The 390, that's the Pendolino. That was the deluxe DLC add-on for the West Coast Mainline South. Stay with me. We've got the Class 350, which came with the West Coast Mainline South, East Midlands 158, ScotRail 158, and the TFW 150 and 153 from the recently released Cardiff City Network. So I'm wondering, is it 2 timetables because you've got some standard stock that is coming with the route, and then you've got another timetable which adds in things that you will need from DLCs? I don't know at this stage. But there are 900 playable services if you own all these different add-ons. So we'll wait for some confirmation about that. There's the 323 again. We've also got the aforementioned 150 with the Welsh branding on the side. Looks like its destination there ultimately is Manchester Piccadilly, which is quite nice. And it says, the feedback from the community has been truly appreciated, and we're buzzing to see the release come to life even. Stay tuned. Once again, just look at this this detail here, trackside. It's really well done from what I can see. And what is that there down at the back? Should have zoomed in on that, shouldn't I? Then we could have a look. I'm not sure what that is down there. But there's the 323 once again. Then beyond that, we've got the update on the 101. I will be putting a link to this article down in the description if you want to dig into these other items that are on the roadmap. Remember, this is about my top picks, the things I'm really interested in. Not that I'm not interested in anything else, of course I am, but I've picked out those other 2 items as the main things I'm interested in. There is an update on the 86. Well, there's not an update. It's kind of a recap. We've already covered this. I don't think there's anything new in this for the 86. We've seen all this before. So yeah, that is it. That is my top picks for this June roadmap. Don't forget, as mentioned at the top of this, DTG have got their usual roadmap stream this evening. That will be also available afterwards, after it's been live on DTG's channel, so you can go and look for that. What do you think? I always say that, and I'm always interested. What do you think? I know some of you are disappointed. Great Western Express has not had the remaster's not had any kind of news update again this month, but a lot of you will be pleased at what is in the 0 to 3 months, and there's a lot to look forward to still. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you again for watching. Do leave me a little like. I appreciate everybody that does that for me. That really does get the channel noticed, and has got us up and beyond that 20,000 subscriber mark. So thank you to everybody. Take it easy. See you on the next one, and bye for now.